anti-interview. We've got Tynesha,
Hey.
or Ty. We've got Kendall, not Kale, but it's Kale. I knew that too because on my phone I still have like all the emojis with it, and I was telling him about it the other day. I was like, "You're the only one with a bunch of emojis by mine."
Oh, my heart. that makes me happy.
And then me,
Juliana.
But yeah, we're just chilling, talking about different raps. We got 2 rappers at the table, excluding me.
I hope one day I can be a rapper.
So how many raps do you have, or is this the only one that's written?
I think I have 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Do you plan on recording here?
Yeah. I'm nervous though.
Oh,
like,
it's not
just
bad.
spitting it right there like made me like I got a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
They be like that literally. I haven't even recorded here yet.
You haven't?
No, but I also have not been trying to.
Yeah, they always try to like, oh, you need to be like recording here. You need to record, and like sometimes they'll have me as like a backup like thing or like voice. I've only been on like silly videos though, and it's super cringy, and it makes me really mad. Like I've been on, and the only serious songs I've ever been on, I've been like super dirty.
Oh, I feel you. My last song, it was fuckboy tendencies.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Tell me about it. What's that fuckboy tendency?
I would say it's the tendency to where I have been fucked over so many times to where I'm not gonna let nobody close to me, so I end up hurting them before they can hurt me. So like they're like really feeling me at first, and then I'm like, no, you're not. You won't be feeling me in a week. So I'm gonna go ahead and like go this way because we're supposed to be like kicking it and playing video games, and like somehow, you know, I ended up in your sheets and we were just supposed to be chilling, you know. I got some tendencies to do that. Like I'll be like chilling with someone and start feeling them, and then I'll realize real quick after we both start feeling each other, I should not be doing this. But I don't mean feeling like physically. I don't be doing all that. Like cuddles are one thing. Like if you're both single, like that's fine. You can cuddle. But like, you know, you don't want to just be chilling with someone that's got a man.
Yeah. I feel.
That's weird. Like if I came home from work and my man was just chilling with some random female, I'd be like, who's this?
In the house right now.
Yeah.
We're really doing this.
Well, yeah, like, did you not tell me we was having company?
For
like,
real.
I could have baked some cookies.
For real. Like, make room.
Yeah, for real. And why are you so close? Scoot over.
Literally.
Why are you not in that chair? What?
For
Who thinks
real.
you can sit next to my man? Like, that's
For
his
real.
air. That's my air.
For real. I feel. Something gonna be a good song.
Oh.
I know, but like good songs start from self-stories or like even like emotional pain. Like I have to say J-Rob, but I want to say his real name because it's so everyone understands, and it's hard to like. I know like you say Marquise, but everyone's like, who's that? And it's like it's Mars.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but like a lot of his stuff comes from old stories or emotional pain, and it's like. Those hit harder. That like affects people, and because it's relatable too. Not even just like situational, but just like
That emotion.
just that emotion of understanding what it's like to be in like dealing with a fuckboy or like just dealing with like abuse of any way or just like just anything honestly.
Damn, I feel like my poetry when I first started writing poetry was probably like 5-6 years ago. My ex, I was with him for 7 years, and I wrote a song about how like roses, they eventually die, so I don't like receiving flowers that are gonna die. Like give me a flower that is in growth. I want this to be like it's gonna live. It's probably gonna outlive us, honestly. Like, you know, like that's what I want.
Become a tree.
But instead, like it was like to the point when he got abusive that I would watch the flowers live longer than it would take for him to put his hands on me. So like he would put his hands on me and I'd look over at the flowers like, well, y'all are thriving. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know. So I wrote a poem about it. About how like flowers eventually die just like our love does. And it wasn't even really about him. It's just something that popped into my head at the time. I was young. I was 15. Never had a real boyfriend before. And then I was like, babe, I wrote a song. I want to show you. And he ripped it. right in front of me, bro. He ripped that shit, and I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I'm never gonna write anything ever again.
But I mean, it's like, I feel like you had like a spiritual connection, or like it's like kind of like a universal awakening when you compare to like roses. Because I'm a person that likes to find meaning to everything. Where it's like, I was having a bad day one day, like I was having really bad anxiety, and I just walked outside, and I went down the trail, and I was like, I saw a bunch of turtles, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, are you like fairies? And then I saw a beaver, and I was like, what does a beaver mean?
Right? I feel you. I'll be driving down the back roads and you never see no animals. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. There's not supposed to be any animals out. And I'll tell myself, like, I don't know, I'm schizophrenic, so I hear voices and stuff and I have to like argue with it. But sometimes they'll be like, hey, if an animal crosses the road, this means this. And I'm like, please don't have an animal cross the road.
Like a black cat or like an owl or something.
Oh gosh,
my
yeah, no, I
gosh.
get some anxiety from an owl. I'd be praying, I'm like, God, please tell me that's just an owl. And there's nothing bad about to happen.
I had a friend, and she was really into Harry Potter, like super into it. And she was about the age, I think, was it 12 or something, whenever you get into Hogwarts. And there was an owl sitting on the fence, and she was like, my letter. And she went up to it like super slowly and like started reaching out, and it just flew off, and she started crying because it was a letter. And we just joked about how like it was like, oh, you too old, like you're a day too old or something like that, like you're not going to Hogwarts. I don't know, but just, when I think of owls, it's like, but owls always are nothing that has like a lot of meaning. Like Native Americans, there's something called like a spaghetti, and they're like witch doctors, you know, and they transform into owls and can put a curse on you.
Oh.
But it's a Native American thing. It's more like voodoo. So it's like, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just was not expecting you to say curse.
I was like, I ain't with no voodoo. Like, you gonna make those voices start? I'm gonna have to argue with them for a minute. No, I'm past that. I'm good. The voices suck. Sorry. Back to it.
You're good. But yeah. But it's like, I know, like, it's just like, if you see an animal or something out of the normal, it's like, you know, numbers, like seeing triple numbers. Like Kendall and I were talking about like triple numbers. Like she had an old tag name that was 666, and she's like, oh my gosh, and it's like, but now she can make a new one and like completely flip it over, because that's past her. Like that's like,
I fuck with it though.
yeah,
You can't flip it.
Yeah,
exactly.
like my gamer
it's that
tag.
negativity.
My gamer tag used to be "You Are Garbage K69," and then I switched it to "Kale I Do Scope Lady 7." And like, there's 7 in there now.
Yeah, so 7 and 3s are all, I think, are like the more heavenly. I think I'm not sure.
I think I heard like 3s, like 3 3s is a good one, and 4 4s, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad, whenever he got into religion, like more into like follow the church and whatnot, his apartment number, and he was going through a lot, his apartment number was 323.
Oh.
And he was so happy. He's like, Angel's watching me and nothing's gonna happen.
Oh, the Chance the Rapper song though, Angels. Do you know
Yes.
that song?
Oh god, I don't
I got
listen to it so
angels.
long.
You know that one?
Honestly, I feel so like an
Oh,
outcast.
Chance is like the love of my life, but he's married, so I'm not gonna say that.
Is he
but
really?
I think he is.
He's married and got like 2 or 3 kids.
He's like one of those private relationship guys.
Oh, and you know,
Like,
that's
He
good,
raps about his
honestly.
wife in every song though, for
Yeah,
real.
he
like-
do be rapping about his wife. That much I do know. I don't know all the songs, but I've heard him rap about his wife.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about him. Cause like most rappers are like, yeah, I fucked this bitch and this bitch and this bitch gave me head, and then Chance is like, I love my wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry my wife. We gonna be eternal.
I'm gonna marry my wife.
We're gonna get remarried.
Yeah, we gonna get remarried in heaven. We married all the time. That's what I love about him. Like
I'm fucking with it.
he's not trying to get no like weird shit like, you know, Cardi B's husband. What was his name?
Offset.
Offset. Yeah. Didn't he cheat on her?
Their relationship is terrible.
I mean, Cardi B's a little
Over
crazy.
the top.
Like, yeah,
She wild.
she's a little wild, so I'm not surprised by that. And it's
Yeah.
like a lot of celebrities too. It's like what I see is like they date one person and then they date another celebrity and another celebrity and another celebrity, and it's just like, go outside the box, man. Like,
Yeah,
They said
poor
we
people
worked.
are, yeah.
We worked for this box.
I know. It's like poor people are pretty interesting.
Yeah, I
They
swear.
did, exactly. Like, there's those people that fall in love on set. Sorry. I was thinking about that one thing. What was it? Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Jolie.
That shit pisses me off.
Often,
bro.
yeah.
How you gonna
Crazy.
cheat on Jennifer Aniston?
I know. And then just back with Angelina Jolie.
Y'all was filming a movie. Like, I could not be with an actor. Like,
Yeah, I feel.
like just watching them making out on screen, I'd be like,
Yeah, I'd be so mad. I know. That's why it's like
could we like do a stunt double thing and you do
I
your little
swear. I swear.
I dated an actor. I mean, like a play actor, and this was like in high school. And he came up to me. He was like, "There's a scene where me and this girl kiss. Is it okay?" And I'm like, "No, it's not okay. Just hug her." And
Take that F, man.
I was like, "You don't have to follow it. It's like, especially if I don't know why you're asking me if it's okay." But I mean, he was a terrible person, absolutely awful. And then like, I had low self-esteem too. Like, I didn't really date people that I liked. We had a lot in common, but like all the other guys I super liked were like super popular.
Oh, I feel
you know, so it's just like
I'd be getting likes and I'm like, how do you like me?
I'm just like, I was so weird and awkward, and I just got out of like a long-term relationship. But I mean, like at first when I met him, like I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was just, more friends. And then like the second time I met him, I was like, he's really cool. Like, I mean, he's just like standing there and just got a jacket, and like this, and he's doing a
It's always a
video.
little thing.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, he's actually really cool. But I never got to talk to him, and it's funny. Because that night I almost talked to him. Well, I kind of like waited off. Like I was slowly walking, like getting ready. He was like, "You leaving?" And I was like, "Yeah, bye." And he was like, "All right, bye." He was on the phone with you. You guys were talking, and I was and I found that out later. And I was like, "Wow, it's so crazy." But like I was like, I don't know why. Like I even told my mom. I was like, because when COVID all happened, like he was walking towards me to like, "Hey, what's up?" Like hug, and I was like, 6 feet.
Yeah, no, bro, when COVID first happened, I was masked on all the time. Like, all the way over here.
Hand sanitizing.
Oh, I still do that.
Yeah.
But like, it's still a thing though. That's the scary
I heard
thing.
it's on the 4th wave.
Yeah, and it's getting worse. Like the side effects.
I think I've heard about 2 people having it. Like just even like in Oklahoma that I know. And I'm like, I stopped wearing my mask at work because being a groomer, wearing a mask, like it's hot in there already. And then we got dog hair flying on us and it's all in the mask. We take it down to breathe for a second, it's in the mask.
Yeah.
So we put it back on and we're like,
I know.
hold on. What's your What's your baby's name? Oh my goodness, there's a husky hair in my mouth. It's terrible.
It's like whenever I had a mask, because I've got like all long haired cats somewhat, and so I just be like, oh my gosh. And then whenever he moved in, he was like, God, there's just cat hair everywhere. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll clean it off. I swear. But like, I was like 6 feet. And then he like immediately turned and walked off, and I was like, sorry. And then I told my mom, I was like, well, I guess he doesn't like me anymore, because I found out whenever I first met him, he was like, she's really intriguing, I wish I had got her number. And I was like, oh, well, huh. And I was like, what does intriguing mean?
I remember when y'all first started talking because he told me he was really feeling you, and I think he said he was scared or something. I
He
was
was
like,
scared?
Like, nobody wants to get close to nobody.
Yeah.
So like he was like, I got this girl that I'm talking to, and like she's really pretty. I remember him posting on his story. I just remember his story though. He said that he was with a pretty girl all night, and I was like, better than me. I think it was. Oops. I hope it was.
Oops.
Was it?
I mean, I don't remember when that was, so.
It must have been. Had to have been.
If it was within the time that we were talking, then. But see, I didn't hear the context of what you were saying, so.
I'm pretty sure the best bet is to just say yes.
Yeah, honestly, just agree with it. Like, yeah, that was about her. And now.
If it was in the past 11 months, then yes.
Yeah, I guess it's almost 11. Yeah, August is 11 because it's almost our year. But like we would have met. What is today? The 28th.
No.
Okay, I was like, it's my
26th.
Okay.
Oh, okay, not
It's
tomorrow.
2 days since we've met each other,
Yeah,
right?
2 days since we've actually like met each other. It was the music video. I'll talk about him for way too long, so I gotta cut it off. But yeah, whenever like So I was like 6 feet, and I told my mom, I was like, well, I guess he doesn't find me intriguing anymore. She's like, oh yeah, he's already moved on. He's not even
Oh
thinking.
God, I thought you was Marquise. Mars.
It's a squirrel.
Yeah, we got that for a video. It hasn't been released yet. Squirrel video.
Finished it.
Not even finished.
You joining us?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just got his little
Is it a
hands like,
bodyguard?
I've got something to say.
He's got a bodyguard too. At the same time.
Does it open up? Oh, it doesn't.
He holding the strap right now. Someone will come to that window. He comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, like, he asked me, he was like, do you have a stuffed squirrel? Like, stuffed animal squirrel? And I was like, right, I think so. I like Beanie Baby, but I don't remember. And he went through all my stuffed animals, and I was like, and then I got home, and a lot of them were out, and I was like, my babies. Those are mine.
I feel you. I have one Beanie Baby, and I actually bought it probably 2-3 years ago. It's a walrus, and it is the cutest walrus. Like, so my Susie tries to take it all the time. I'm like, no, this is mommy's. You can't have my walrus.
Yeah, what I found out is Beanie Babies are really high in demand. Like, they're very expensive. Like, some can, like, the most expensive one is for Princess Diana, like, anniversary, and that's like a couple million or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness.
And what is it? Followed by the John Bonet.
Yeah,
Like
something like that. Yeah, and it's like there's certain limited edition. Like there's the tie-dye bear that's like $10,000.
I used to have one of those.
I have
did?
too.
I had a whole bag of Beanie Babies
Yeah.
and all these little stuffed animals, and one day I was like, I wonder where those went. Nobody knows.
Probably yard sale.
I
We
know.
never had a yard sale in our life. I don't know where they went. Like, I wanted to give those to my children. Like, where they
I know. That's why it's like we were talking about it the other day. It's like because he has a lot of toy cars and I have a lot of stuffed animals and things, and he's like, I want to hold on to that for the next generation. I was like, that's why I have all my stuff. That, and I don't want to get rid of it because I'm so attached to it.
Yeah.
Like I have a huge Hello Kitty collection of things that would be like worth so much. I feel like I have my glasses, so if I see someone with glasses, I'll push on my face, and I'm like, oh yeah, my glasses aren't there. But I have like so many Hello Kitty like little collections, and it's like I would save them for the next generation, but it's also like my kids jack it up, they're gonna get jacked up.
Honestly.
I have so many Dr. Seuss books. Like, I got so many, like,
I had so
Berenstain
many
Bears.
Dr. Seuss books.
Mm-hmm.
And Berenstain Bears is the shit.
Yeah.
Like, no one seems to remember that for real.
Berenstain Bears.
Oh, yeah. The
It
Berenstain
depends.
little thing that
No,
happened there.
yeah, it depends on what universe you're in. So my friend, he has a theory that with the Mandela effect, that some people were from another universe and it like ended up colliding at some point. That's why some people remember it one way and other people remember it the other way.
We was Googling it one time. There were so many different things. Like, what were they? Like,
Fruit Loops is one.
yeah, Fruit Loops.
Oh,
We thought it
it's
was
spelled with two O's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that shit is trippy.
It's weird because like you look back on it and your brain is so like, yeah,
like-
that's what I remember, and it's like actually.
It's like I wasn't that advanced to remember like a cereal logo like as a kid. So it's like, why do I think I was spelling
I
it
know,
Fruit?
Like it's more complicated to a kid to think that the real word than fruit. Like,
Yes.
OOT, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like that and like the peanut butter Jif. It's like Jiffy, but it's Jif.
Jif, yeah, it's definitely Jif.
Yeah, I used to say it was Jif.
I remember Jif. I remember Jif. Like, it's Jiffy though, isn't it? Right?
No, it's Jif,
Jif.
but it's not Jiffy. People think it's Jiffy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jiffy
well, I
is the
remember
cornbread.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I remember the color blue now. It's Jiffy blue.
Yeah, it's blue. It's like a light baby blue.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh, you eat cornbread no more, but I
I
remember
hate
it.
cornbread. It tastes
Really?
so gross.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if there's like a good cornbread, like you could like veganize it. Like, would it
You
be
can. Well, so like the friend that lived here, like she was vegan. So I have I have a vegan like sugar cookie recipe, and like she can make like her own meringue. What you use for like egg white replacement is chickpea juice.
Aquafaba.
Yeah, aquafaba. So, but it tastes the same, just
What's the
about.
word?
Aquafaba.
So fun.
It is a weird word.
It's chickpea.
Yeah, it's chickpeas.
Oh, is that like the scientific word?
Garbanzo bean.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what
garbanzo
it's
chickpea.
She
Yeah.
said, I know that word. I just have never heard of the
meringue.
Aquafaba.
Aquafaba.
Yeah, I just need to see how
Yeah.
that's spelled.
It's like aqua and then FABA, I think, right?
F-O. You say F?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is just like a new word for me, and I just need to figure it out.
Yeah, that happens. He'll say a word and he'll be like,
FABA.
I don't know what that means. Can you teach me?
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah. Uncle Father.
I've never actually had it.
That's so
Like,
funny.
I've been through the whole, like, I want to make this vegan, I want to make this, I want to make this, but actually, I'm going to end up making a grilled cheese. Like, I'm lazy. I'm lazy.
I almost made one
cooking
like,
takes so much.
yeah, I got home today after therapy and I was like, I want a PB&J.
Right?
I was gonna, like, usually I make, like, a full sandwich. I was like, nah, PB&J and some, like, watermelon slices. Like, that's
Right.
what I did.
I be making, like, my favorite restaurant is Chimera. Well, it's like my second favorite. My favorite restaurant's in California. But Chimera makes this, like, it's like a BLT. They got tempeh in replace of the bacon. This, like, mayo that's, like, called veganaise. Is that, wait, mayo? Never mind. It's like vegan mayo.
Yeah.
And then they put avocado, they put some greens on it, they put some zucchini. They just be adding everything, like tomato. It's like, yes, please, thank you. They put all these veggies on it, and sometimes I make those for work, and I'm like, this is the most culinary artistic thing I can do right now.
Yeah, and it's like, if you go vegan, it's a lot easier, honestly, because it's like the replacement, like, it's a small amount, but you can just replace it with anything. Like, it's so, like, my friend, she has a tofu scramble, or, like, tofu patty, like, recipe, and I learned how to make it. Sometimes I'll make it and force him to eat it. Sometimes he doesn't like it, but I'm just like, you're gonna eat it, because it's got turmeric in it, and turmeric is super good for you, because it's inflammatory. And then, like, onions, spinach, and, like, tomatoes, like, cherry tomatoes. But it's...
That sounds so good.
And then, like, the 21 seasoning thing or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I use. I don't know nothing about seasoning. I'm like, I got
it's got
20
everything on
spices.
it.
Is this charged?
You might have to take the charger.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not here.
Oh. I'm gonna run to the restroom. Where is...
Oh, yeah, I'll show you the restroom. I'll be right back. Just,
And I'll hold it down.
yeah.
And we got
Do, like,
squirrel
a
in here too.
freestyle or something, or just, like,
Yeah.
go numb.
I'm gonna go nuts. Okay, guys, so it's just me here now, and I'm Ty. If you haven't heard already, we've been having some fun conversations, chopping it up about the food. Yeah. I guess I'll give you just a snippet of the song. Up in your space, let me take your space. Hop in the space coupe, Buzz Lightyear, I'm up and away. Miles away from me, but I still see your energy. But yeah, I can carry this by myself. What they say? INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? It spells independent, and that's what I'm doing. A solo dolo interview. Interview. Maybe, baby. So yeah, I've been having a great day. If you guys make it this far, check out my website, www.notenvy, KNOTENVY, apparel.com. Check out my socials, Facebook, Instagram, Not Envy, that's not with a K, Envy as in ENVY, apparel. I make waist beads, beaded jewelry, and yeah, all kinds of accessories. And we will be having some new stuff uploaded to the website coming next week on my birthday. And a flash sale coming. You'll probably hear this way after the sale. But if you hear it, still check me out. Never know what's happening, what's new on the site. Yeah. I've been talking solo dolo for a very long time, and I can continue doing so. It's almost like recording a YouTube channel, or to recording a YouTube video where it's just you and the camera, but there's no camera and there's just me in this room by myself talking. And everyone's back so I can stop talking now.
I feel that entirely. I'll be like driving in the car alone and I'm like, man, I got 7 dogs today. So that means I gotta bathe my golden. Oh wait, no, cause then I gotta do the nail. And like I'm just be like tired of myself, like thinking out loud and trying to make it less awkward.
Yep. I made it less awkward.
I was like, yeah. Do you guys like talk to yourself at all? Like, I mean, like, let's say you're just doing other things.
At this point.
Yeah, or like mouth it at least. I was talking about that in therapy. You know, sometimes like in order to like get things out of your head, you start talking, and then I was like, I thought it was weird because I don't see anyone else do it.
You always hear that saying, it's only weird if you talk back. Bro, I be having full conversations with myself. I'm like, Kendall, what are you doing? I don't know, okay? I'm
literally.
I did the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, why'd you do it again? Like, this is all your fault. Like, you're supposed to do it this way. You do it over. And he's like, what's up? And I'm like, nothing. I'm just talking to myself. He's like, oh, okay. And then we'll be on the phone. He's like, hey, sorry, just nothing. And I'm like,
Yeah, everyone does it.
One thing I do is like, you know how you just come up with something in your head real quick and you're like you're driving, you're in the shower, you're like, I gotta write this down, and then it disappears. Or you tell yourself, you're like, no, I'll remember this in 2 seconds when I watch this conditioner out. And then all of a sudden you're like, man, that was so good.
Especially song
there was
lyrics.
a moment.
I need to borrow you for a moment.
I'll be back, girl.
Okay, have fun.
But yeah, definitely feel you on song lyrics. It's like so hard. Especially when you're doing something that's like, okay, repeat it 1,000 times.
I know. And you think that's gonna work. It's like House Bunny where she like repeats the name in like a different tone.
It don't.
You remember 2 parts of it. Like it's like a whole thing this long and you're like, yeah, I remembered that one part. And I'm gonna use it one day. And you remember like one word from the first sentence and one word from the other one and you're like, well, that's not what I meant to put there. I was bathing a dog at 2 o'clock yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And I was just bathing my dog, you know, and I'm listening to Coda the Friend, and then like my like brain is trying to like block out all the sounds coming from the sides, cause like my schizophrenia tries to go off of sounds, and I'll have to like either like start praying in my head over the music or like over the sound that like was messing with me. So I can only listen to certain artists, like Chance the Rapper, Coda the Friend, or like my like, go-tos. But I was just like, you know, I was listening to the song, and then all of a sudden, I just started thinking of like a lyric. I was like, I gotta, oh shit! I like hurried up and bathed my dog, and I ran to my table and started typing it into my phone, and I was like, don't forget this. But it's kind of true though, because it says, always moving too damn fast in relationships. No, I'm not trying to move in, and I'm definitely not trying to have your kid.
Oh yeah,
like I had to write that down.
Yeah, I feel it.
It was so quick when it popped in. I said I gotta write that shit because I know it's gonna go somewhere. 2 o'clock, just bathing my Shih Tzu, and all of a sudden my brain's like,
here it goes. That's the one.
yeah, you're like, shit, I gotta hurry up and get this dog bathed. But hey, sometimes it works.
Yeah, definitely, like, it's like, I don't know, the best time to come up with songs. It's not always the best. It's like when you're doing stuff, it's like, time to distract myself from what I'm actually doing.
I know, because then you're over here, say that you're brushing a dog, like at how I'm at work. I'll be brushing my dog out, and then I'm just like, listening to my music in my headphones, and all of a sudden I come up with something, I'm like, shit, I gotta continue brushing my dog because I'm on a time limit, but damn, that would have been fire.
Yes.
Like one time I was driving at 8:33. I'm driving, so I can't actually do anything. So I learned that you can tell Siri to make a note.
Oh.
You can literally just be like, hey Siri, write this in a note for me.
What do you want it to say?
For real. Thank you, Siri, for writing this down in a note for me because sometimes I be forgetting everything going on in my head.
Honestly, that's clutch.
And then she for real wrote it down.
I created a note. Thank you, Siri, for getting everything going on in my head.
Oh, that's clutch.
So I wrote this one. I said, The wrong time, shit, just didn't feel right. I just need to focus on my own mind. I can sit around and help you. I can't sit around and help you whenever you start to cry. And I don't know why. I don't know why are you crying. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. How am I supposed to make you feel better? I don't know if you like the color blue, and I just need to fly, and I need my own time. I wrote that just because I was driving, you know, and I was like, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to proofread that. I haven't done nothing with it. But
Nice. I like it. You gotta record some stuff.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. I really want to, but I got a lot of anxiety. Like whenever J. Rob and I first became friends, I wrote a rap 5 years ago about my ex, and it's like the shortest little thing. But like I knew him and like this other guy that he was friends with at the time, and I was just like, man, I write poetry. I wonder if they would like it. Like, can I like? Would they want to hear it? And then I was like, okay, I got this one rap. Like, I know that it's kind of good. Because I wrote it 5 years ago. I know I've only gotten better from 5 years.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
the first one I ever wrote is still on the top of my head. Like, it's not disappearing. Like randomly, someone will be, like, talking about something. I'm like, bro, I wrote a rap one time. Like, I don't know why it's there.
It's because it's the first one you ever written. I feel it.
It's in there, too. Like, I can spit that shit. I even wrote in the song, I can't spit shit, but I can write it. Because that's what I do. It's like, you know how when you whenever you're writing poetry, you go through and like erase stuff sometimes, and like that doesn't sound good. I just pour it out, and then I'm like, okay, how did this go? Okay, we're writing about a fishbowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's good that you can do that though, because that means that it will take you no time at all to write a song.
I noticed that, like. Me and my best friend Lizzie, we wrote that Fuckboy Tendency song, the first one ever wrote, like actually like took the time and went through and like put the verse in, put the hook, everything. It took us 4 hours to get it like right, and she had her own little part, and she's like the vocalizer, so she's like do 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 like in the song, and then I go in with the rap, and then like towards the end of it she puts in her part, and it's just like the most beautiful like collab that we had. So we were like, we have to produce this. Like, she's actually the first person I've ever freestyled with. And we would do it so good together. We'd be like, oh shit! Like, I didn't even know I was capable of it, because at first I'm like, oh fuck, I fucked that. Oh no, oh shit, never mind.
It'd be like that when it's solo, it's literally be like, man, not gonna do anything with this. Like,
but she was just so like, the way she pushed you to do it, she's like, no, you got it, babe, it's okay. And I'm like, oh, hey, well, these bitches thirsty like Aquafina. Like, I'm trying.
I'm a little scared, but I'm trying.
And we just noticed that we had such a good, like, flow going with each other that we were like, we gotta write this shit down. So we did, and it took us 4 hours for our first song. And,
pretty good, honestly. Cause most people feel like, oh, it took me a whole day, it took me a week. Months. 4 hours is like legit.
I heard that before. That's why I was like, damn. Because my poetry, it just is out. Like, I get really, like, I used to, like, only write when I was super, super depressed. Like, I'd be laying in bed crying, like, man, fuck my life. And then my sad girl hours would come out, and I'd be, like, pouring the shit out. And it would be, like, like, my escape from it. And then it just got so, like, so much better over the years. And it just pours out. Like, maybe I changed a few words in there, but
I feel like I started back writing poetry, I think in elementary school. And what was it? I think it was like my teacher was like, oh, we're having a poetry contest. Blah blah blah. Do you want to submit your poetry? And I did, and I like came up with so many different like I wrote about pretty much a girl traveling the world from her small town.
Oh!
Yeah, and it was like...
I feel that.
It was like one of my first poetries. I think I won like second place, and she was like, it was getting published somewhere, and she didn't tell me what it was published at.
Bro, I had a teacher tell me that one time too.
Bro, was lying. Bro, was lying.
Like, hey, we published this and we took the money.
For real. For real.
That's so fun.
I think that's kind of where I started maybe writing songs from my poetry. Because I do the same thing, like I'll get in my feelings and it's just like, start throwing up words.
For real. And then you're like, I didn't even know that word. How did that come out? Like, damn. That is awesome.
Poetry, music, writing.
It all intertwines.
Mhm.
I mean, they're all just steps into something, you know. And it's just like having the multiple talents to do it too, like writing, and then if you want to sing, you gotta have those pipes. And then it's like if you don't have those pipes, then it's like it's a poem.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to someone else. It's a poem.
I'm like, I won't do the vocalizing. I'll spit the shit because I don't have to put like all of that like in there. But I'll be like, my bad. I never meant to. Like, you know.
Yeah, that rhythm, that like emphasis.
I try. I don't know why I choose a DaBaby beat. Like, I get petty sometimes. And, like, that's how, like, I guess I'm back on my, like, fuckboy tendencies is what it seems like. Because, I mean, I was in a relationship for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hadn't been in, an actual relationship until I started dating this guy that I worked with at the Tulsa, or the Petco, like, in like, my original town. He got controlling. Like, to the point where he was listening to my conversations through the walls.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it got creepy. And, like, he was telling me I wasn't allowed to be friends with nobody. Like, even if I had known them for 10 years. Like, bro, look at those people and look at you. You're, like, perfect, and I love you. Stop being upset over my friends for
that's
10 years.
That's his insecurity, because that's something he's probably gone through, and then it comes to controlling stuff. My ex, I was with him for about 6 years, and he was, like, he had been cheated on several times, and, like, just dated the wrong people, and so he became controlling. He wouldn't let me talk to my friends. Like, there was my best friend, and I mean, my best friend happened to be a guy, but we always established that there's nothing romantic or anything like that. Like, we were just, we understood each other because we both went through trauma at the, like, the same time with the same issues. And, like, he was like, you can't talk to him anymore. Like, I don't want to talk to him. And then, like, yelled at my friend. Like, went to a Target, called him, and started screaming at him. And, oh my God, he had such terrible anger issues.
Right.
But, like, but I realized, like, if they're controlling, like, it's their issue, and it's like, that's just something you gotta get out of. And it's hard too, because you start to fall for this person, you know, but it's like red flags.
I tried compromising. I was like, alright, I won't be friends with these people, but he sold art. And he would have all of these females on his Instagram, but as soon as I have a male on my Instagram, he's like, block. I'm like, you blocked my cousin. Like, you know, like, I'm like, that's my cousin. What are you doing? He's like, I don't know if that's your cousin. You know, like, stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, so if you can't trust me to have followers on Instagram, like, your girl don't just want 2 likes on her photos, okay?
Right,
like,
nobody wants 2 likes on her photos, right?
Like, I built up my likes at one point. I used to be ugly. Let me have my
I
confidence.
swear, like, let me have it. Exactly. I feel like.
And if they take that away, then they're just
So what are we talking about, ladies?
We're talking about boys.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
That was Young Jagger, everyone. Check out his music, YouTube, Spotify. It's young, like a young child, and then Jagger, Jager. Hardcore stuff. My favorite song is WHYFYRE.
I think one of my favorite songs is, what is it called? It might not be called Emotional Tourist, but it has that,
It's that emotion.
it has it.
Yeah. So, but yes. Red flag, it's like, yeah. I mean, if these, like, it's like, that's another thing is the hypocrisy with boys. It's like, I don't want you talking to any guys. And it's like, okay, fine. And then they have, like, a bunch of girls, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's fine, you know? Like, it's okay. And it's like, no, it's not. Because girls can be hoes, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's like, it's not that I don't trust you. It's like they be blowing you up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, I feel it.
my thing is, like, they can follow you. They can like your photos, but when I start seeing you laying in bed next to me liking their photos, I'm gonna be like, oh, so you like their
something
photos.
more, yeah.
Yeah, or like just specific ones and only those ones.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
like, you told me a story about her one time.
yeah, did you say she was a bitch?
Yeah, I'm like, didn't you say
What
you
she
almost
doing?
dated her? And
Oh,
now
yeah.
all of a sudden you're liking her posts? Like, that's weird.
Yes, exactly. That doesn't happen to me now. Let me clarify that. I don't think he'll listen to this, but I know it's okay. We're just talking about other dudes.
Bro, I'm going through it, so
Yeah.
I'm going through it.
So So, but oh gosh, I know it's just overwhelming with like that, and it's like girls can be. I mean, I'm a hypocrite sometimes. I catch myself being a hypocrite, but it's like I can also admit it. I'm just like, they'll be like, "Will you do this?" And I was like, "I know, I'm a hypocrite. I'm trying to change."
Yeah.
I understand.
But that's where
sorry.
you know what you're doing and you're trying to do something about it. Like my ex that was abusive, he would admit, like, yeah, I know I'm abusive. But he'd be like, but you deserve it. The fuck? Nobody deserves that shit.
No one does.
Like, you weigh like 200 pounds, I weigh 115, and you're telling me I deserve to have your hands put on me for what? Like, what I do? I can't even think of like circumstances.
It doesn't
Like,
even
they're
matter,
so
honestly.
stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
no matter what.
I never came up to you and started just like booping out on you or anything. You know, I literally just like I'll just get an attitude, throw something across the room that wouldn't break. Like I threw styrofoam plates one time and I had a near-death experience because of it. Like I threw styrofoam plates. The fuck? Shit's stupid. Abuse is stupid and like they deserve to be beat up themselves. But
I swear, hashtag fuck up the abusers.
Hashtag beat a bitch.
Yeah, beat a bitch.
now y'all make me want to just spit my old shit that I wrote 5 years ago.
I mean, do it. Why not? Like, it's relevant. You let it out. So, anti-interview.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, it's about abuse, so okay. I'm sick and tired of your shit. You putting your hands on me like a bitch. Is that what you are? Do you have any heart? I can't spit shit, but I can write it. You got so many bitches, yet you still deny it. Fuck it. I'm gonna go back to how it used to be. When I didn't give a shit about nothing but me. Give me some tree to catch my fucking sanity. Shit, the sex is weak. You come before I make it to a peak. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love
Heck
it.
yeah. I like that hit at the end. That's like the little uppercut.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good, actually. I mean, that's good too. I'm gonna say, but it's like you said you wrote that like 5 years ago, so yeah.
And it's still right there. Like,
I know the fact that you still have it in your head. And
Yeah.
you got like the beat with it too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you should have that. Honestly, I mean, have everything.
I do want to put that out there, but I want to edit it because it's so short. But like, I just
It
now
could be
got
like
into.
what it is, an interlude or like a intro or an outro.
Or it's like
I know what you're talking about though. Like how it's like
yeah.
the super short, like just like a little.
Just like that small, yeah. And I mean, you could have like other people like collab with you too. Somebody kind of goes along and you're like, hey, I want to like focus on this theme.
Yeah,
Is it okay if
that's-
we just do this? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then it builds up, and then you have your verse, and each one stands out. Like whenever they all like write stuff, like they have their verses. They don't. They just say this is the theme. They write separately, and they get together, and it just goes so well.
Right.
So
I feel that. Like, you know, I'm like about to get into making music. Maybe if I can do it. And I want it to be like you know, like your first album mixtape to be like, all right, this is what it's about. This is about the abusive shit that I went through for 7 years and why I am the way I am today. And then hopefully, you know, I'm changing. Like, I mean, I put it here. It's something I'm not able to control right now. Like, I'm trying to break it like a code. Like, this shit's hard. Like, I had been through so much shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll open my heart, and then all of a sudden I'm about to lose my apartment because I like thought that we could live together for however long, and I owe $2,000 to an apartment for no fucking reason, and I tried to say, hey, let's get the 1 bedroom because I know you're gonna cheat, and I'm gonna be stuck in the 2 bedroom.
yeah.
He's like, no, baby, I'm not gonna cheat on you. $2,000 in debt. 4 years later, 4 years later. I was right.
Wow.
So yeah, I want it to be like my transition into happiness.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, but you're still not there anymore though. So it's like, I mean,
He still tries to talk to me, and it still breaks my heart every day. Like we have the same friends, so like the other night I was just kicking. That's why I wrote this. I wrote this as he pulled up, and I was like, maybe you should stop calling my phone. Like, and then he like pulls up, and I'm like, I gotta go, bro. Why the fuck? And then we ended up talking for a minute, and then I just went off on him again and was like, nah, I ain't ever gonna trust you. Like, 7 years. You had 7 years to get your shit together. Like, it's not my fault that you're missing me now.
yeah. I mean, it's that immaturity. Like, I mean, especially it's like that control factor too, because you're not in his life anymore. So he's like, I need someone to control.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm used to you. I've been around you. I know you, so I can control you. And it's like, no, you can't.
Not no more. Literally, not no more.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more.
Yeah.
And he did for years, like,
Yeah.
so many years. I lost my vape juice.
Did you have it in the? No, you didn't have it in the bag because I wadded it up.
I don't know where I put it.
Is it in the car?
I remembered grabbing it, but
Maybe it's deep in your purse.
It could be.
it is possible.
Or your pockets. That's another thing, because you said it's possibly your pockets.
Well, my pockets are tiny. If I tried to put vape juice in there, I'd be uncomfortable.
I know girl pockets suck, and I mean this has been a long conversation for any girl, but it's like guys have super deep pockets and they don't really carry much, and then girls are like maybe half a finger or something, and it's like, how do I put my phone in here?
Yeah.
Where you get those
things.
dresses and you're like, holy shit, that's
Yes, I have like 3 dresses with pockets, and I'm like, I use them all the time. I'm just like,
Yeah, you're like,
I put everything, my wallet,
Yeah.
his phone, extra keys, a knife, like it's
right? And when you don't have those, you're like,
I know.
trying to
it's like,
find
hold
something in your
on, set it on the
gigantic ass purse.
Yeah,
and
you
you
set
like
it on
dump
the
it out on the
table.
table,
And
and you're
everyone's
like,
like, oh man, shit. I know you sort it out and drop each one in the bag. Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't have any purses. I want to get one. I need a new wallet. My debit card information got stolen twice.
ooh, I hate that.
The first
That's so
time,
fun.
like $500 was taken out of my account, and this was over the weekend too, so there was nothing I could do about it. So they kept stealing. And then, well, I didn't know. I could have canceled the card, but I didn't realize that's what I could have done. Like, actually call the number on the card.
Yeah.
So I was just, because it never happened to me. And then the second time, someone went to Lolly and Pops at Woodland Hills and bought $60 worth of candy.
$60 worth of candy. That's what you're doing on your lick, is going and buying
I
$60
know,
worth of candy.
right?
They probably planned on flipping it for $120.
For candy?
I know, well,
They was like, we
Bro,
finna
I ain't
sell it.
buying no street candy. I'm
$2.
sorry.
$2
I don't
for a
want no
pack of
Razor
Skittles.
Go to Quick Trip real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, I caught it right there and then because I was going to deposit my check online, and my bank has an app, and so I'll look at that app, and I was like, there's a lot of money missing. And I realized it was just bills, and then I saw Lolly and Pops, and I was like, I haven't been there in like a year. And the last time I went was for Christmas. I got candy for his whole family, and that was like, I don't even know. Like, it was like a pound of candy, like a pound each, like a or 2
that
pounds. It was
sounds like a
it's a
dream.
lot. You should go there. I recommend it, even though I got stolen from there.
Yeah, they didn't do it.
They didn't
It wasn't
do it.
them. They had
But
no
they have,
idea.
like, it's like a little candy store. Like, you walk in, there's like a little lollipop thing, and then like there's a bunch of containers. Like, there's like a sweet, like a jelly bean, like there's a gummy bear room or like gummy stuff. There's like a chocolate room, and then there's like the other candy room, and then in the middle they just have like all these old candies that you don't see anymore.
That sounds
And
good.
and then they have truffles in like a case, and oh my gosh, because we like candy. The first time, okay, I
You
just
don't make me
to
go in there and grab those cookies talking about all the
Like,
candy.
I know. Well, like I have like a M&M cookie in my Hello Kitty jar, and I had these red licorice. It's called Wallaby, I think. It's an Australian licorice. It's made with real juice,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't think it has gelatin in it, so I think you can have it. It's really, really good. It is so good. I don't like black licorice that much. I will eat it
I've
sometimes.
never had it. Like, I just want to, like,
Yeah.
I want to try it. Like, there's so many things I didn't get to try before going vegan. Like, I never had sushi. So, like, I'd be eating vegan sushi, and I'm watching everyone else eat sushi, and I'm like, damn, I never got to taste that. I mean, they're dead fish, so I don't want to taste it, but fuck, man. I'm over here eating veggies.
I know. Avocado slices on top. Yeah. If he's
I mean, it's still good. I'm
yeah.
not saying it's not good. I'm just
I
saying,
like
like,
it.
I wanted to try that.
When's you go vegan?
5 years ago in August. It took a lot. Like, I had a friend that was vegetarian when I was like 10, 11. She was stingy. She had those Morningstar chicken patties.
Oh my god, those are so good.
Yes. and that was like the only thing that was vegan back then. Like you could not go to the store and get what you get today. Like now you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Walmart.
Plus snacks.
Yeah, at Walmart.
And restaurants too. Like a lot of restaurants have vegan options now. So like
But
Wafa,
before,
you should go to Wafa.
oh, yeah, I've never been there, but I have wanted to go there so bad. I love downtown. I love downtown. Like elote.
I used to go to Lotte, and then I found out they put sour cream and everything, and I don't like sour cream. Like their queso is just sour cream.
Have you had their vegan queso?
For real?
No, I haven't.
They
I haven't been there
have
since I went
vegan
vegan.
queso?
Yeah, I know it's gross.
What, sour cream?
Their sweet potatoes, though, I will say their sweet potatoes are really.
Yeah, I also don't like sweet potatoes. I don't think anything, like, I don't like sweet corn. I don't like sweet potatoes. I just think stuff that shouldn't, I don't like stuff that shouldn't be sweet being sweet.
The texture of sweet potato is what gets me, because I'm craving mashed potato. It's what it seems like. Like, I'll bite the
It
sweet
is
potato and I'm like,
mushier, though. I will
no,
say.
I want mashed potato. Not on my taco.
Yeah,
Like, there was one time I got high as hell. I hadn't smoked weed in like 2 months, 3-4 months. And I smoked, and we went to elote, and I'm schizophrenic, so like, you know, I get high. And the lady's like, do you want me to surprise you with something vegan? And I'm like, oh no, I'll just take this. Okay, it did not say sweet potato. I thought I'm a carnivorous vegan. I craved the meat, and I craved the cheese and the egg, but it has to be like not from an animal. She brings out this whole little burrito thing, and I'm like, oh yeah. What the fuck is this? I'm like, am I just high? Or what is this? I'm like, did I order wrong? I ordered wrong. I had to have been so stoned off my ass, I ordered the wrong food. And then we're all like, it was 3 of us at the time. All 3 of my girls. We got the same thing. And we was like, why the fuck are there sweet potatoes in our taco? Why?
Oh, yeah.
We was so upset. And I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I almost cried, man. I love food. Don't do me dirty with food.
Yeah, I stopped going there because it got gross.
Oh no, bro. I eat there all the time. Their taco salad is bomb. It's like, have you had their puffy taco?
I've had their puffy tacos.
So you know, like that texture, like the bread has like, they got a taco salad like that. And it's got the black beans, the vegan meat, add a dollop of queso on top of it.
Ooh.
Chef's kiss. I can't describe how beautiful it is, but I eat it all the time. I might have a picture. It's $30, but I might have a picture.
$30.
I spend a lot on food. That is my
I do
biggest
too.
price.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't buy groceries this whole week. We went out to like 3 different places, and it's lasted us a long time. And I'm like, make sure it lasts. Sometimes he has like nighttime hungries. That's what I call it. Like he'll wake up at like the middle of the night or like around 2 or 3, eat a bunch of snacks, and then go to sleep and not remember what he ate. Like when we first started hanging out, we were supposed to have a movie night. And I had this whole place cleaned up, and I got like Star Crunch cookies. I had a bunch of candy, and I was like, "Do you like this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll eat anything." I was like, "Okay." Well, we ended up hanging out like 2 days earlier, and then I woke up one day, and he like spent the night, and I saw like most of the Star Crunch cookies were gone, and there was like 8 in there, and I was like, "Where'd the Star Crunch cookies go?" And I was like,
craving a cookie, man.
Yeah, and I was like,
oh, that's the worst feeling.
I was like, did you eat the Star Crunch cookies? And he's like, I don't remember.
I think I remember him telling me a story about how he sleep eats.
Yeah, he sleep eats. Yeah, sleep eats.
How are you gonna eat in your sleep and then wake up and not remember, and then you're just like, man, I didn't even get to enjoy it.
Does he wake up hungry still?
Yeah, he still does. He does that every day.
I couldn't imagine. Just like that's like whenever you get so drunk and you get taken home and you wake up and you're like, how the fuck did I get in my bed? I don't remember stepping in a car. I don't remember stepping in my door. What happened?
But I'm here.
Yeah, like I hate that feeling. It gives me so much anxiety. And then the first thing I look for is my vape, and I'm like, where's my vape?
I need to calm down.
Yeah.
I've never drank, so I don't know what that's like. That's why I got virgin root beer. I got regular root beer.
You never drank?
Never
Like,
drank.
Mm-hmm. I am so proud of you. I am so proud. Today, I told myself I was going to drink that one tall boy. This is my second beer. This is my second beer.
This is not a tall one.
It equals 2 because I just
Oh my god!
I said I'm only picture. I said, I'm only gonna get one because I'm trying to stop drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bitch, didn't stop drinking.
It's hard, I bet. I mean, it's just like kind of a habit. It's almost like a habit, honestly. I don't know. It's just drink, you feel good, loosen up, all that. Like, I totally see the reason, but it's like I just don't want to because of like I saw what it did to my family, and then just like it for a while gave me PTSD. But I had to have like exposure therapy, so like. I didn't want to date anyone that like drank or anything, and then I started dating him, and I was like, oh, this is awkward for me, but I like you, so I can push through. Now I'm totally okay with it. It used to like kind of freak me out to the point where
Well, there's a difference between like the way he drinks and like
A lot,
alcoholic. Like my ex, he became an alcoholic when we broke up and we got back together one time. He literally just like he drinking Henny out the bottle, drinking Jack, and I'm like, you couldn't even finish a glass of champagne when we was together. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And he got meaner. You know, he's already abusive, and now you're drinking on top of it. Like, I ain't trying to do all that. Like, I grew up with my parents addicted to pain pills, so that was my thing. Was I will not fucking touch pain pills.
Yeah.
When I got drugged by a car and I almost died, I did take a few somas. That was it. That was like 7 years ago. I took like 2 somas. I will not touch a pain pill. Someone offers me ibuprofen, and I'm like, get that shit away from me. I want no pharmaceutical shit in my body. I drink organic beer.
I was like, and that's good too. Like, I mean, in general, because like I'm more of a natural person, and it's like I don't like I stay away from a lot of things. Like a lot of things freak me out. Like Coke freaks me out, and then.
Like Coke, like
yeah, the sniffy dust.
Yeah,
sniffy dust. I'm not comfortable around that.
That's the cutest way I've ever.
I mean, it's just like because that's something my dad would do. Like my dad did everything. My older sister, she did heroin, and then all these other things. And so, when I always avoided drugs, I was like, I don't want to go near that. Like shrooms and weed, totally okay. Like I learned like that's not that bad. I mean, whenever the like weed was opening up, I didn't even know shrooms was the thing. But when weed was opening up, people were like, "This is bad for you. This can like kill you. It's just as bad as a cigarette." And so I was
Which
like,
one?
Weed.
Oh, Reefer Madness.
Yeah, and then
We
like
gotta throw a piano across the room. This shit's crazy.
Yeah, and then you get older and it's like, dude, this stuff rocks.
Yeah, it's like, you had no idea. I was about to throw the piano across the room. And I just chilled out. What do you mean?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't even remember what my point was. I just avoided it.
Yeah.
Weed and
I think
shrooms
that's
are natural, and Coke and shit.
Yeah, it's like
Coke
and like
is bad as Coke.
in pain pills, like I knew people that would take Xanax, and I found out if you have grapefruit and Xanax, like that can almost kill you. Grapefruits are like a natural antidepressant, so it already like helps your body, like it helps your body like kind of relax more. And if you have that with Xanax, which is also like I believe a relaxer, it basically numbs you out.
Oh shit!
And, yeah.
That explains. Like my parents are they're on methadone, and my mom cannot have anything grapefruit, because methadone is like kind of like okay, so Suboxone, like get off of drugs, methadone get off of drugs, but really get addicted to this drug. So if you like take methadone and you've never taken it before, it's like heroin. You're zonked. You're like my mom's not healthy, so she just be like chilling like this. Like with her head down, like just like laying like that all day. Like she's zonked out on heroin. And that makes sense. Like if she was to eat grapefruit, why it would be so deadly, because that's like the #1 thing she is not allowed to touch is grapefruit. I hate methadone. I want to punch whoever came with methadone. Came up with methadone. I'm a little tipsy.
Yeah.
I feel it, girl.
Meth is. My dad did a lot of that. Like he came home once. This is getting dark.
I know.
Like he came home once because a cop pulled him over, and I wasn't there whenever he did, but like he ate it immediately because he didn't want the cop. Because the cop pulled him over because he was being dumb on the road anyway. He was driving in the left lane, going like the speed limit, and it's like that's a passing lane, and the cop was just like circling over like you're not supposed to be in here. He's like, but I was following the speed limit, and he's like, but you're not supposed to be in here. And then my dad, he was like, "Are you on drugs?" And he was like, "No, I'll take a test. Like, I promise." He drove home and like threw it up, but he didn't throw it up in the sink. It just was like all in a bathroom cabinet. And I remember getting home and like, he was on meth. He ate meth.
He ate meth.
So
Oh shit! I think I did that once accidentally. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was Molly. Quotation mark.
yeah, I would say people mix stuff all the time. Or lace. That's the
Lace.
term.
Oh yeah, we started calling it schmolly.
Molly.
Yeah, we didn't know what was real. We'd be like, this is like shit Molly, schmolly.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's why I'm fucked up in the head though. I mean, I was taking all that fake acid shit when I was like 15.
Oh, they be handing out that shit like it's candy.
Yeah, but it's always got something.
One time they gave me Molly and it was not no Molly, I guarantee that.
Right, I feel that.
Do y'all wanna keep running on a new one
Are
or
you guys
end it?
cooking the patties?
Not yet.
Okay. Really?
Shit.
Yeah.
We've been talking.
You know, I was gonna
I'm
make hours
sorry.
in the pan. It's
Y'all
fine.
having a good time though?
Yeah, it's good.
No,
No, I
we
hate,
hate
but
each
now it's
other.
lifting up.
See? And she was like, I don't know if I could do it. And like all y'all, like whenever y'all like, I don't know, but like y'all have voices.
Told what to do.
No, but it's like an
I
option,
ain't listening
you know?
to that. It's not an option when you set up the mic right
But
there.
I said,
and
y'all
you're
want
like,
to do
"Alright,
this?
let's start
And
it."
everybody's like, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I personally just feel the pressure. And that's it.
it's empowerment. It's
It's like you can
empowerment.
see the people in it.
By
and you're like,
listening
stop
to a
watching me,
male.
okay?
No, it's empowerment. It's empowerment. Female empowerment, so important.
Female empowerment, women empowerment, love yourself, self-love.
You're
Be
beautiful.
the baddest bitch you can be.
Yeah,
Yes.
positive affirmations.
Yes,
all
don't
that.
let nobody tell you different.
No.
Period.
Not
All right,
even
I'm gonna
yourself.
stop this one.
All right. Woo! Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for
I like how
joining
you
us.
wave. It's like